Hey replay viewers, check me out on YouTube Penguin6, Facebook Penguin6, and Twitter and Instagram Penguin6. I'm also there. Thanks for watching. It's starting to clear up. It's not been raining for the last half hour. Even more than that. There are a lot of trees down, a lot of limbs, and there's some other damage in the city. I showed you earlier today the damage in Wanchai. I'm not that scared of typhoons. We all live in big cement bunkers, basically. So the damage I showed you earlier was off in Wanchai, which is basically right over there. That's where we saw the scaffolding had collapsed. The storm hit north of here, up in Guangzhou, but some of the neighborhoods up this area, Clearwater Bay, and up Saikong, which is farther up that direction, Saikong, they got hit quite a bit harder being on the coast. But you can see Victoria Harbor is actually incredibly quiet right now. Very little shipping in the harbor. Most of the boats escaped into the typhoon shelters. The typhoon shelters, as you can see, are packed. Absolutely packed with vessels, but a few ships decided to ride it out. Over there, I don't know what those are. I think those are patrol boats. Yeah, it's very quiet. I've never seen this little amount of shipping. I can't really make out what those are. If those are cargo vessels or if those are naval boats. Oh, Shalil. The air is very clean. It's still a little bit humid, and kind of worried about snakes because they like to come out when it gets really wet. So let's take it all in. Bonjour. Yes, I was on the Champs-Élysées. I speak very little Chinese, just enough to order a hamburger and tell my taxi to go left and right. I'm at about 1,400 feet. I don't know how high you are. Maybe, no, we didn't get up to a T10. We got it at just a T8. It's quiet today. Be very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits. Though there are no rabbits here. Wu yao han bao bao. Wu yao ling du ke le. Bing kwai ling du ke le. This means I want ice cubes in my Diet Coke. I am on Victoria's Peak, which is the tallest mountain here on Hong Kong Island, looking down at the city. And I do this hike every single day, pretty much rain or shine. So if you slide left, tap my profile and follow me, you'll see me. I think I feel the need for fish and chips today. The fish and chip man is down there. Typhoon NIDA is over that way now. It's gone into Guangzhou, China. And there are 7.3 million stories in the big city, and mine is the most boring. I'll probably just have to do this. There's this primitive form of information sharing called the telephone. So I'll probably just call them. Snatch. You mean like those little clutch purses? I don't carry a man purse, so I don't have a snatch bag or anything like that. But, you know, if you like those little clutch purses, you know, that's fine. I'm sure you can find a little snatch case to carry with you, but that's not for me. It was a T8, which meant the city shut down, the schools shut down, but it really kind of glanced us, and Hong Kong got the southern side of the storm. The worst side is the northwest corner of any hurricane. We got the southwest corner, which is still but not as bad. I'm standing on Victoria's Peak on a road known as Lugard Road, L-U-G-A-R-D Road. This road goes around the entire mountain, and I come up here every single day. It's typhoon season, so we'll get another one or two. We kind of thought this was going to be a big one. If this had come a little bit to the south, if this had come, say, 20 miles to the south, it would have been a much more severe storm, much more severe. But as it was, it hit the ground up over there in Shenzhen. So we really didn't get the hard parts. down here on Hong Kong Island. Of course, I live here in the mid-levels. I live in this protected area. There's no difference to typhoon and hurricane, except typhoons are in the Pacific and hurricanes are in the Atlantic, basically. So I live down here, yeah, and this mountain is like a giant buffer against the winds. Oh, the naming order is really quite complicated over here because every country has their own naming system. They don't really cooperate. So we have our naming system, and generally one name sort of sticks. NIDA sort of stuck for this one. But if you look up the Chinese name and the Filipino name and the Malaysian name and the Hong Kong name, they're not always the same. It gets a little confusing. Let's go in this way. Ding! Most of these are apartment buildings you can rent or you can buy. So basically, this way is business, and then this way is residential. There's no real official dividing line, but it's kind of basically like that. The problem is it's actually kind of, I'll give you my example. My rent is $7,500 US a month. What if someone doesn't want to get up the mountain? How can you get updates? Well, you can just go to the website, Hong Kong Observatory, HKO. Is that what you're asking about? My rent's $7,500 US a month, but if I was to buy my place, it would be $4 million, and the mortgage on that would be like $12,000 US a month. So it's actually kind of cheaper for me to rent on a monthly basis. Yeah, I actually, $7,500. Oh, the average rent in my son's international school, the families are paying about $11,500 US a month. My son's best friend, their family pays $31,000 US a month in rent, 31 grand per month. And that's US dollars. What? Rain? Oh, F me. Well, it can be a little expensive, but you gotta understand, some of these people are managing hundreds of millions of dollars. And when you have a $100 million fund and you realize a 0.1% turn, which happens several times a day, you're looking at $100,000 US. 100,000 US profit or loss. So it's all relative. It's all relative. People who pay $30,000 US a month in rent, they can afford it. And if they can afford it, people will charge it. I'm not a millionaire, actually. No. I'm a Hong Kong millionaire buying Hong Kong dollars, but that's like not the same as US dollars. Some do. My Chinese is pretty bad. No, my apartment's 1,000 square feet, 3-bedroom. Most people have pretty small ones. The one that's 31,000 is 2,400 square feet, I think. 2,400 square feet for 31,000 US. Well, there's a few bigger ships that decided to ride it out here in the harbor. The harbor is somewhat naturally protected against the storms. Yes, it does have toilets. Ah! So this is my cockiness saying it wasn't going to rain. No, it's like sprinkling. There's my wife and 2 kids, and we have a live-in nanny who has her own room. So there's basically 5 of us in the house. It gets a little cramped. But the kids are at school. My wife's at her office. The nanny's usually in her room. So, it's not that bad. No, nannies are only about $500 US a month. So you can hire a domestic worker for about $500 US a month, though you have to give them a room to stay in. Yeah, we have a Filipino, but many others have Indonesians. Communists don't really bother us. We still have our own government. Our government is, our own legal system is based on the British rule of law, not the Chinese rule of law. So we still have property rights and all that as protected by common law. It's like living in New York, just more expensive. I write iPhone apps and do some legal consulting now and then. Sometimes I'm an anti-aircraft gunner at birds. Yeah, he got by. I have kids, so everything in life is kind of kid-friendly and kid-like. Hey, there's John Ho. John Ho is another periscoper from Hong Kong who's probably staying at home today because it's a Typhoon 8, at least for another hour. Do I feel like an enemy? No, it doesn't really feel that way. I didn't want to have a nanny when I first had a baby, and then the nanny arrived, and 10 minutes later I was like, okay, this is the greatest thing in the world. So guys, John Ho's a scoper from Hong Kong who eats only healthy food and refuses to go to McDonald's. So you can follow him. I've been out all morning. I was out at 7 a.m., dude. Did you see my scope from the Star Ferry in the storm? Yeah, if you go look at my earlier scopes, I was down at the Star Ferry terminal in the storm, getting soaking wet. And then I actually went into Wan Chai, where a scaffolding had been ripped off a building. So I've been pretty busy this morning. Well, not now. Now it's stopped raining. It's actually pretty mellow, and I'm the only one up here. Oh, speak of the devil. That now ends. I'm not the only one here. Slow down. Hang on. I'll get over here. I gotta slow down to get under this tree. Morning. Oh. Listen. Yeah. Whoa, danger, Will Robinson. That's a big one. The next view is coming in about 6 or 7 minutes. I have to walk through the jungle now. If you have, I do an expat assignment here is great. Take a snap of that. You guys want a snapshot of that? I should report that to 1398 or whatever the government. I don't get paid for scoping. Why? Do you want to pay me? I'd be happy to take your money. So now we're going to go into the jungle. This is where I'm most afraid of snakes, because they can hide in this like brush. We have cobras. We have big old pythons. We have bamboo pit vipers. We've got banded kraits. We've got a bunch of other dumb snakes. Some are poisonous, venomous. But the most of them are nocturnal, so most of the time we're not in the concern. This is one I really would like to have a dog, because a dog would flush them out. I should get a stick. Pointy stick. Is Euromaestro here? Oh, I think he's sleeping. I did run into Euromaestro when I was in France. That was cool. Exposing hose. Why would you want to go into a garden shed and show people a hoe? I did run into Euromaestro. I mean, a shovel I can understand, but a hoe, it has such limited purposes. Actually reminds me of a story about doing business in Africa. I've been here for 6 years. 6 years. He's cool. He's a very active periscoper. He comes every morning. And so, once upon a time, there was an agricultural studies student who graduated from a university in the United States and decided, I am going to join the Peace Corps, and I am going to take my knowledge of agriculture to the world. So he goes to Africa and he sees how the people are planting their corn. And he said, my God, you are doing it wrong. You can plant the corn 3 inches closer together. You could basically increase your yield. I've done studies of the soil and the water, and you can increase your yield by an immense amount. So the farmers listened to this American who was so brilliant, and they planted their corn closer together. And then the weeds came, and they pulled out their hoes, and guess what? The hoes were too wide, and the hoes cut down the crops rather than cutting down the weeds. So, what do people think about American food? It's God's gift to the planet. We have a McDonald's gourmet here called McDonald's Next, one of the first concept stores, which is a waitress service McDonald's. And, that's actually an interesting conversation. Is someone once posited the question, is the McDonald's hamburger the most efficient calorie delivery vehicle per dollar that has ever been devised? And they were talking about the economic benefits of the McDonald's hamburger, because it's 250 calories, and it costs like a certain amount of money, and it's delivered all over the world, and it's like the fastest calorie delivery vehicle out there. Then some guys go, no, you can get a bowl of lentils for a lot less. And then everybody's like, yeah, well, I'm going to go to Lentils R Us and get that. But anyway, it's an interesting theory. You can look that up. It was something discussed by Freakonomics once. The calorie per cost. This is like snake territory. I'm going to have to like look down, guys, because you know there's going to be a snake here. The winds out on the outer islands and the mountains were like 120 kilometers per hour. I just live in an apartment building. It's not that big a deal. Occasionally hear your neighbors, but it's generally pretty cool. The buildings are made with cement floors and ceilings, so you really don't hear that much. Oh boy, so now I gotta go through this. Another down tree. Man, they're gonna have to come through here with a chainsaw crew today. Now this one scares the geez out of me. This has got bamboo pit viper all over it. Blah! Any snakes? Boo! Usually they're pretty skittish. All right, I'm gonna assume that this is snake free. Okay. Whew. I am on the peak in Hong Kong, Victoria's Peak, Lugard Road, and I'm going to do my part and throw a stick every now and then over to the side. Yeah, this just happened. Snakes are the last thing you're worried about. Yeah, you're worried about McDonald's hamburgers. John, how's your leg? When are you going to get off your crutches? I'm going to get you up here to hike. Okay. Hey. Oh, yeah. Great. It even gets worse. Live girl. All right, if I see it. 2 more weeks. Dang. I got the power. That was a stick. Here's the view. Wow, it's so clear today. $85,000 people per square mile here. 65,000 people per square mile in Manhattan. So you get a little idea. A hoverboard. Ooh, interesting thought. But you know, when you walk around with a dongle thingy or whatever, a gimbal, then people think you're filming them and then they get all uppity. When I walk around like this, they think I'm chasing Pokemons. Oh, look at this. You know what this reminds me of? The Death Star Trench. Yeah, I think it's going to get worse. Yeah, walking with a gimbal gets you noticed. See, when you have kids, everything becomes kind of fun. Next expensive home in Hong Kong is back up here on the peak. There's a guy who just bought a place. I think it's like 270 million US dollars or something nuts like that. I'm going to show you the 193 million US dollar house. That's like pretty expensive. That's like the third most expensive. Dang. We will rebuild Hong Kong. Look at all these dead trees. Yeah, it's really humid up here. Oh, look at this one. Dang, there's a big old tree up here, guys. More damage. It's like a palm tree. Those things fall down really easy because they have really shallow roots. These are like banana trees. I think these are banana trees. Look at this leaf. This leaf is taller than me. Yeah? Ugh, it's covered with ants. I was going to pull it off. Oh well. The weed that we get here is mostly dandelions. We do have some yellow Chinese jepper weeds. They're really tough. Bermuda grass. So I don't really know if people smoke Bermuda grass. My Chinese name is Wong Fei Hong. Those of you who know Wong Fei Hong know this. There are no jaguars here. They haven't been in about 70 years. Okay, that was my Wong Fei Hong thing. It's pretty damn hot today. Ugh, what's that? It's like a beehive, man. I almost stepped in that. Dang! Ugh. Okay, that sucked. So there was a beehive in this tree. It fell out. Okay, we're going to get away from me because I just about stepped into it. Yeah, it's kind of close to my house, my neighborhood. This is the peak. I live in the mid-levels, which is halfway down. Turn around. Yeah, that was a big-ass beehive. Talking like an 8-year-old. You're implying that I'm not 8 years old. People always ask my age. I say chronologically or emotionally. My wife will inform you on the latter. And I assure you it's not that old. I do need an adult chaperone. I should bring my kids up here because they don't know how to like bounce on sticks and stuff like that. This is Lugard Road. To the right is a jungle. To the left is a mountain, and straight ahead is what used to be on the mountain. What more can we break? Do they have poisonous frogs here? I don't think so, but my wife is afraid of the black butterflies. She thinks the black butterflies are evil and poisonous. I told her she's nuts. Oh, this is a good bouncing one. Hang on. He loves smoking, huh? To each his own. Whoa. Whoa, this gets much worse back here. There are no lions or tigers or bears. We used to have tigers here in Hong Kong. About 70 years ago they killed them. The last one on the island. So if you're just joining me, I'm Penguin 6. I hike you around Hong Kong every day. And right now you're on Lugard Road in the peak. And I'm making my way towards the bamboo forest. This is what's left of the bamboo forest. Yeah, actually we're in the Disneyland jungle theme. They've got some plastic alligators around here. Oh. Yeah. I'll do my part for the rebuilding efforts of Hong Kong. There we go. How can you follow me? Slide left, tap my profile, and there'll be a follow option. Or just tap that little number down there. Oh, it's 240 right now. Tap that sucker and follow. Jeez. I'm on Lugard Road, Lugard Road, in the Peak District of Hong Kong. I'm approaching a bamboo forest where my signal usually cuts out. But I think today I might run to keep the signal alive. This is the morning trail. It's technically a road. But it's now this side of the island definitely got hit much harder. Dang, look at this. It's 12:29. Whoa. Morning. A bit heavier over here.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Let's take some pictures. So I'm getting my other camera out. This is mental. I have no idea how many are coasting, John. You're not. You're good. So guys, we're in the bamboo forest right now. Whoa, everything's closed because of the typhoon, except 7-Eleven. I saw a couple 7-Elevens open. All right, guys. Guys, stay with me. My signal's going to go a little bit wonky here because we're... Dang, what the hell just happened? So I think we're now getting more to the exposed side of the typhoon. My signal's going to be wonky, so hang with us. And this is facing the western side of the island, the south and the western side, so it's a little bit more damaged. Dang, it looked like a frickin' bomb came through here. We have 7-Eleven and Circle K. We're civilized. Oh. Wow. Hey, there's little Anika, guys. She's another scoper from Dubai. You should be following. She gives some pretty amazing scopes, and travels the world. Let's see if she's watching now. Oh. Wow, look at this. Ouch. So a stick just got me. Hey, we managed to keep the LTE signal going. I guess the weather helped. Maybe a lot enough trees got blown down that the signal works now. Yeah, a lot of people are having problems with the update. I use Periscope, so I'm not really sure what's up with the current signal. Oh, look at all these trees down over here. Cool. Oh, this is a pretty tree. Whoa! Ah, it's raining again. Crap. Gazebo. Hang on. We're going to take shelter for a moment. Then we're going to find a big tree. Another down tree. Ow! 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 That was my head. Ow. That's going to leave a mark. Ow. Ow. Thing is, when you're like going bald and you like bang your head, everybody sees that you banged your head for like a week or two until it heals. It really kind of sucks. Oh man. You know, I went under that tree. I said, "Oh, hey, don't watch the top branch because this tree is probably going to hit you in the head." And then like it did. Because idiot. Okay, so it's getting windy here because we're facing the ocean now, the south side. Let's see what it looks like over here. Don't. Can't really get up here. The sea was angry. What exactly is my full-time job? Being a dad? That's like a 24/7 job, being a dad. Oh, getting weird. I'm still here. We're on a 3G connection. We just jumped from an LTE to a 3G tower, so the signal went down a little bit. We are on the peak in Hong Kong. This is named Lugard Road, Lugard Road. Actually, technically, this is now Harlech Road. If you ever watch the incredible Michael Caine movie Zulu, that's the song they sing at the last thing. Men of Harlech, can't you see them? Can't you see their spear points gleaming? It's raining like a mother. What the hell? Oh, this sucks. Okay, on the list of things that sucks, this is really high up there. There's never one of those giant, stupid banana tree leaves when you need one. I need a Totoro leaf. Oh, screw this. Alright, phone's going to get... There we go, hang on a second. A little bit. Jeez. Okay, so now it's stopped raining. Yeah, it is a little bit freezy up here because it's a 3G connection. Bummer. I feel like you're ghosting. Well, John, you're coming through pretty solid. I wonder if the comments are based on like region. Because you're so close, I get all your comments, and other people ghost a lot more. I need like a Totoro leaf, like one of those big monster banana leaves. I hope Matthew is open today, because I could really go for fish and chips today. Alright, it's not raining in Hong Kong anywhere except here. It's like, I hit 5,000, what? I'm staying under the tree. It's like a wall of water. Oh, so now the wall of water is coming here. Okay, now it's gone. Oh. Another umbrella. This kind of sucks. While this side of the mountain, There's a lot of exposed areas without tree cover. There's not a lot of stupid, it's very choppy. There's not a lot of those big banana leaves either, which I could use as an umbrella. Didn't even hear about the typhoon. It's big news over here in Asia. Oh, that was my hat bending over to protect the phone. All right, hang on a second. We're going to take a moment pause here. Okay. Welcome to Hong Kong. I'm Penguin 6. And it's raining because this is Typhoon NIDA, which kind of like psyched me out and made me think it had stopped raining. And like now it's raining again, like hard. And I'm kind of trapped. I'm voting for myself this year because I don't like either person. I do that a lot. I vote for myself when I don't know the candidates. This time I know the candidates, so I'm definitely voting for myself. So this is Typhoon NIDA. If you watch my earlier scopes, you could see that it blew through Hong Kong in the wee hours of the morning. It's now about noon, 12:30, and we are on Lugard Road, L-U-G-A-R-D Road, and I think I really have no choice but to get wet. Oh man. I have like tons of umbrellas at home, but I walked out of the house, I was like, it's clear the typhoon has gone. I don't need an umbrella. And now I'm paying the price. Is it raining now? Yeah, actually raining would be a positive development because this is more like typhoon storm. So if it was just raining, it would be cooler. Run between the drops. Dive, dip, dodge, duck, and dodge, or something like that. I don't think you guys can see the rain. Yeah, I'm a little worried about that. Am I bleeding? Is my head bleeding? No blood. Bang my head on that stupid thing. No tornado. This is Typhoon NIDA. N-I-D-A. And, I only have to get like 400 meters, I think. No, I'm not close to my house. I'm about 2 or 3 kilometers from my home. But I'm about 500 meters away from a McDonald's where I can seek refuge in the loving, tender arms of the Golden Arches. You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a typhoon. You'd think. It didn't really hit us that hard here. It's kind of making up for that right now by like raining on us. It hit harder up in the New Territories towards China. It hit Shenzhen, which is in China. I don't even have a coat. I'm wearing like polo and like shorts, okay? Shorts are very wet. I tripped over this the other day playing Pokemon. Just joining on Penguin 6 here in Hong Kong. We're on Harlech Road, Lugard Road, on the peak. We've been hiking around the storm damage, and it's about to rain again. Look at that. It's like let's just drop a wall of water on this guy. He's too dumb to stay indoors. I'm on a 3G connection. This actually kind of blows. Usually it's LTE. That's why you guys are going to get a few drops every now and then. In about 100 meters, though, I'm going to get back under the tree cover. There. And then I'll be protected a bit from the rain. Right now it's just exposed. I wouldn't need a catch bus. Oh, this guy's got an umbrella. There are these giant banana leaves I can use as an umbrella, but they're on the other side. They don't grow on this side of the mountain for some reason. It's a great hiking place. It's about 12:41. That's my armpit. That was just my armpit as I dry off the phone. Okay, it's a little bit better here. Skeeters are coming out. Oh yeah. So instead of the rain blowing sideways as it was back there, it's just falling straight down over here. You are in Hong Kong, Victoria's Peak, and we're going to walk down the mountain where I assure you there'll probably be some more storm damage. And snakes, maybe. Why does it have to be snakes? And you need deodorant. At this point, I'm too wet to care about deodorant. And it's not just from the rain, it's from the humidity. There are a few of you left. You will be Pokemon. Did you ever see that South Park episode where they made fun of Pokemon? That was hilarious. Pokemon turned out to be a plot by the Japanese to reconquer the United States. You can play Pokemon Go with like a GPS spoofer, so you can start grabbing Pokemon from all over the world. Hello. A lot of Chinese are doing that. They're playing Pokemon in Japan with GPS spoofers. And then they're like naming their characters like obscene words in Japanese. So people have like big fights online. Wouldn't surprise me. A guy fell in the river the other day playing Pokemon Go up in Typhoon, up in the new territories of Hong Kong. Alright, so we're getting back to a little bit of a view out towards the backside of the island. You can see the clouds still rolling in. There we go. So that's Llama Island out there. No, there are no llamas on that island. It's an island with hippies, though. That island has hippies. And this is one of the reservoirs that the city uses for drinking. And that's Pak Fu Lam and Cyberport, the neighborhood up here. We're only about 200 meters from the McDonald's. I don't know if I'll go to McDonald's and then just stop there to dry off. Pokemon are real. Yeah, they live in the forest. So there's a waterfall up here. It's probably going to be pretty massive because it's been raining so much. I'm Penguin 6, by the way. I hike you around this trail every day and the rest of Hong Kong every day. So feel free to slide left, tap my profile, and follow me. You'll see views like this. This is Lugard Falls in Hong Kong. Chinese hippies. We're in China, dude. Raining in Shenzhen. You gotta hit a little bit harder than we did. Then this water goes all the way down into the reservoir down below. So let's say goodbye to the waterfall. I don't know what the Shenzhen work status is if they went to a higher level typhoon warning. They probably did shut down this morning. Their iPhone will be delayed. Their iPhone 7. Ouch. What's really annoying is that down the mountain, I'm going to be a little nervous. I might slide and slip. Whoa. I can't believe I banged my head. It really hurt. Another tree down. I don't know if there's any casualties. There haven't been any reported that I've seen. It happened in the night. Most of the people are indoors. And most of us live in, we live in big concrete, and so on is going to be really wrecked, I suspect. We're getting closer to the peak though. You're going to have a really nice view of the city. If you want to see the view of the city, hang with me for like maybe 2 minutes, okay? We're going to be back overlooking the entire city. The streets are clean, that's cool. Here they're wet, covered with trees. What you missed? Well, we've walked around the peak and you've seen a lot of storm damage, a lot of downed trees, a lot of leaves, a trash can that fell over. We're making our way back to the peak tower right now, which is this big building right here. And I'm going to show you the view of the city in about 90 seconds or so. You're going to get a view of the entire city of Hong Kong, which is actually quite impressive. And then we're going to walk down the mountain, down another path, which will be even more beat up. Any scopers in Florida? Isn't Rada a scoper in Florida? Rada, one of my followers. Every now and then he's in Florida. I think he's on the west coast, I'm not sure. Whoa! Bit windy, hang on. So this is the peak. Please don't tape your windows. It has no effect whatsoever, except makes you look stupid. I only run when chased or getting really, really wet. It's kind of cooler than it was, but it's not cold. It's like 78, 75. Wind chill is probably about 70. Okay, here we go. We're getting to the viewpoint, yeah? I didn't die. Ooh. Let's go to the better view up ahead. Man, it's windy. Okay, so hang on, we'll just go up here. It's much better up here. Okay. Yikes. Oh, you can see the clouds misting up the side. Air quality's pretty good today. Here comes the view. Ding! I told you it was worth the wait. Yeah, it's a lovely view. I live right there in that house, so we're going to walk down to my house next. You can see the clouds are just toying their way up the side of the mountain. I'm at about 1,300 feet above sea level. Hey, John Ho, are you still here? John Ho is another scoper from Hong Kong, guys. Hey, Vegas, welcome to Hong Kong. So the peak tram looks like it's running. It's more intense, it's more concentrated than New York. I mean, New York is more spread out. Oh, look at that. The boats are loose. So the ferries are coming out of the typhoon shelter. Those are the Macau ferries. They've been released now that we're down to a Typhoon 3. That's kind of cool. I want to take a picture of that. Sorry, I'm taking a screenshot. And other vessels will be returning to work as we've downgraded. What time is it now? It's 12:52, and I think the downgrade was coming at 1 o'clock. Typhoon 3 means that the storm is now, I think it's like 200 or 400 nautical miles, 200 away from the city, or 200 kilometers away from the city. So we don't have to worry as much. Let's see if I write apps and do legal consulting, but most of the time I'm a dad. We do have good Chinese food. Oh, it is a Typhoon 3 now. But most of the time I do dad stuff. Dad stuff being taking care of my kids. So there we go. There's our warning. Typhoon 3. We try to provide interesting content. We hike around Hong Kong every day. The fact is, Hong Kong is pretty darn interesting. I'm not. But if you want to see different parts of the city, stick with me or follow me. You can turn off the notifications. Penguin 6 Twitter.